Hi, everyone. Well, today I'd like to talk about choosing a name for a pet. So these are my own musings from a spiritual perspective and from perspective of an overthinker. And the reason I'm recording this right now is because I recently rescued a little feral kitten, and it took me forever to find a name for him. And it got me thinking some of the things that I take into account when naming a pet. I've had pets all my life, and the name is very, very important as far as I'm concerned. And this is not meant as any kind of advice. Please don't take it that way. I'm already a little bit nervous about doing this recording because it's not meant for advice. Just follow along with me if you're interested in some of the things that I take into consideration. Please forgive the frog in my throat today. I just want to get this recording done. And no, I'm not going to be naming the frog. So, sometimes when choosing a name, people will think about what are the most popular pet names. And actually, those are the ones I would absolutely stay away from because I want something different and unusual. So, we all know some of the top names I think that we hear about these days, which is very cool if that's what you like and that's what makes sense to you. But I always want something different. And I want the pet's name to match not only what sounds good to me or what the animal looks like or whatever, but I wanted to have a bit of a spiritual and metaphysical resonance as well. And more than that, I want a little bit to tell a story with the name. So, and I think that the name that we choose shapes the pet's identity too and its personality. It shapes how we interact with the pet on a day to day level, as well as has a much deeper unseen vibration and connection on a soul level. And also, the name reflects how others, not reflects, creates how others are going to interact with our pet. So, all in all, I like to consider the cat or dogs or whatever animal it is story, their looks, their personality, and their energy. Also, let's think about the sound of the name, and of course, the name meaning and origin. And very importantly, what variations or diminutives of the name are you going to morph the name into? What nicknames are you going to use as time goes on? These are all something I think we should think about right off the bat. We can also take numerology into consideration and basically, what kind of energy are you creating with the name? One of my most beloved and precious pets, cat, ever, was named Mystic. I chose that name because he came to me in a very magical way. It's a long story to that, but I actually did magical spell work to bring him to me. And through my husband at the time, the way that cat came to me. At the time, I owned a New Age metaphysical store and resource center, and that's where the cat was actually put into my arms I thought he was lost to me. So it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And actually, for the first few weeks I had that cat, he was meant to be the store cat because we had a small house and we had other animals in the home. And this adorable little kitten, Mystic, made himself right at home in our workshops and our magical doings. And he just had a great old time at the store. But of course, after a week or two, I couldn't stand leaving him there overnight. And we brought him home. And he became one of the most beloved cats amongst all my family and friends and clients and everything else, and was truly, truly special. I called him my little alien because he kind of was. He had a magical, mystical quality about him all his life. And he's just something too precious to even try to explain. But the cute thing, I think, was that we ended up calling him all kinds of nicknames as he grew up. And so Mystic, and we called him Mr. Roo and Mitteroo and all kinds of short forms of that. So I'm going to share a few pictures of him, and he was truly, truly a special cat. Just to explain Mystic's origins and arrival in a little more detail, when I had this shop, it was in a small town. Um, a family at a variety store owned the local variety store. We heard that their cat had some kittens, and my friend and I went over one day after I closed up shop to look at them. And there was one in particular that I absolutely adored, a little curly part Devon Rex cat. And I totally had my eyes set on him. And when I went in there with my friend Linda, the little cat jumped into her arms basically off the counter. And she also wasn't really ready to adopt a cat, but this cat decided to be hers. So there was another little rascal running around the shop and climbing up on the display cases and just being a little rascal. And that was basically the only one, I guess, at that point that was unspoken for. So I said, okay, I want that one. I want that one. And when I went home and talked to my husband about it, we were really, really divided about whether, not divided, we were concerned about whether we had room in the house for another cat. So we thought about it for a few days. Of course, my heart was aching for this little kitten. And eventually, my husband at the time said, okay, let's adopt the cat and you can keep it at the store for the time being. We'll see how everything works out. So once that was settled, I called the store and I told them I would like to adopt the cat, and they said the cat was gone. It had been spoken for. I thought my heart was going to break. So I did a little magical ritual in the shop saying, if this cat is meant for me, please find a way to bring him to me. Please bring him to me. Bring him to me. And that night, it was winter night, I was locking up for the evening and I see a pair of boots underneath the plate glass door. Open the door and lo and behold is my husband there. He comes into the shop, opens his winter coat, and he had the little kitten underneath his coat, bringing him to me. And that was the most touching, heartwarming moment I can describe to you. So that's where the kitten was spoken for by us. And that's how he turned up. And he turned into the best cat ever. Um, he's been gone for many years now, and people still talk about him. So, yeah, that was my little mystic. So then, let me tell you about Mutzi. Mutzi came to me also in a beautiful way. A good friend of mine let me know one day that her doggie was expecting a litter, and they really weren't sure um, about the parentage. But at that time, we had not that long ago lost our previous beautiful dog. And when this opportunity came up to have the pick of this litter, I was delighted, elated. This was in the year 2000 that Mutsi was born. So, again, we were blessed to be able to pick our favorite out of the litter, which is always like really, really super hard. They were all beautiful dogs. We don't even know what they were actually. Um, they were definitely part sheepdog, just absolutely adorable. Anyway, Mutsi, the name that I chose, is the Hungarian word for bear cub or little bear. And he did look like a little bear at the time. But the pronunciation is like in English, it would be Muttsey, Muttsy, and that's what we ended up using as his professional name because he was an honorary member of our band Rock Garden, and elsewhere on my YouTube channel you can find his videos, Muttsy the Rock Dog. Now, Mutsi was one of the biggest joys of my life. He lived to a lovely age of 13. He was really, really the best, most wonderful dog ever. And I know I'm not the only one that has had such wonderful experiences with animals and pets. But anyway, he took a piece of my heart with him when he passed, and he'll always be the most precious memory. And to everyone who's ever loved and lost a wonderful pet, we all know what it feels like. And they live on with us, and we look forward to seeing them on the other side, that's for sure. So, for many of us, a house is not a home without a pet. And sometime after Mutsi passed, we were looking to adopt a rescue dog. Unfortunately, we couldn't find one that we thought was suitable for after several months of searching, and my heart just couldn't take it anymore. Seeing all the doggies in need and not being really suitable for our environment and circumstances, so we eventually found a listing online from a local person, not a breeder, just somebody who was offering golden doodle puppies. And, well, that's where we found our Romeo. Now, the reason for Romeo's name is because I still remember clearly, all these years ago now, Romeo is now 11, turning 11. But the advertisement was Valentine Day puppies because that's when the puppies were due to be adoptable at the age of 8 weeks. So I wanted a theme, something around love and Valentine's, and that's when I came up with Romeo. So Romy for short, and because he has attitude galore, we call him Sir Montague when he's putting his disdainful nose in the air and being demanding. He has not parents but staff. But he's an adorable boy. But he's been demanding since day one. So hence the Sir Montague. He gets what he wants, and we love him to pieces. So I'll be sharing a few little clips of him from puppyhood to adulthood. We love him dearly. And that brings me to the newest addition to our family, a little kitty cat that actually didn't have a name for quite a few weeks, which was really embarrassing when I had to make a vet appointment for him and they asked me what the name is. And I said, no name yet. And that's probably what is on the veterinary records. So the story of this little kitty cat. We've been feeding a feral cat on my front porch for about 2 years now, who is quite unfriendly, and we've actually tried to adopt him, rescue him as well, and that didn't work out. But long story short, his name is Mooch. Because he's just coming around mooching for food. He's not friendly with us, really, but anyway, one day he showed up with a few smaller cats in tow, our little kitty cat being one of them. And we decided to set out a trap and try to bring this little cat in because he was just absolutely adorable. We thought we'll try again after having failed with Mooch. So lo and behold, yes, we were able to trap him and bring him in the house. And I think this was only a month ago, so I think he was maybe 8 weeks old at the time. And the amazing, beautiful thing about this kitty cat is how quickly and beautifully he adapted to being in the home and how very loving and cuddly he is. So I wanted to encompass a bit of his story in his naming, and I had all kinds of ideas in my head. First of all, I wanted to call him Pixie. Pixie. See, I can't say that word. That's why I didn't choose that name. But he was really like a little forest creature or a little elf or something like that, otherworldly little creature. And since that didn't work, I went through hours and hours and hours of trying to describe him, trying to give him a fitting name according to his looks, his personality, his magical appearance at our home, which I always said that if I ever have another cat, it's going to show up on my doorstep. And sure enough, that's what happened. So I was trying to take all this into consideration, but two, it took a while to establish even his personality and his looks because his coloring has changed, his eye color has changed as he's getting a little bit older. His demeanor has not changed. We've just seen different aspects of it. So when a pet is very young, you're going to see different things about their personality and character every day. So eventually, I settled on the name Truffle. Truffle because he looks kind of like actual sweet dessert, the truffle with the powdery coating on it. And truffle also for the very, very, very expensive mushroom that is found in the forest. So again, he's got this forest quality about him, but he's also sweet as anything. And the coloring is kind of like a, yeah, cappuccino truffle. I'm going to show you some pictures here. And that's what he ended up being called. So just so nobody thinks that I'm the best pet namer in the world, I'm not claiming to be. Um, so far, the name hasn't gone over too well with friends and family, who were all asking me for weeks. What are you going to call the kitty? What's the kitty's name? For kitty cat, I was considering some like celestial names, or magical, or even mythological names. And I was thinking about where he came from. Uh, Ultimately, I kept looking at his face as it changed over the days, and the pattern on his little face got darker. And I couldn't help thinking that he looked like he had just walked into like a Victorian fireplace and got ashes or smudges or cinders, whatever, all over his little nose and face. So I was even thinking about a name like Cinder, except I ruled that out because what do you shorten that to? Cindy? Sindri? I don't know. He's a boy, so I didn't want Cindy as a short for him. I was also thinking about Dusty because he does look dusty, but then I don't know, dust isn't such a wonderful thing. And I kept thinking we're probably going to shorten that to something like Dusty Bum. I didn't want that either. I came up with Truffle, and yeah, I haven't had a lot of feedback on that, other than what I was afraid of is my husband trying to twist or not twist, but do something funny with the name. So as soon as I announced, again, this is after a few weeks of thinking and suggestions and ruminating and everything, and I said, okay, that's it. His name is Truffle. First thing my husband said, oh, trouble? I'm like, oh, geez, that's the last thing I want. It's a nickname that is exactly the opposite of what I want the cat to be. So I said, no, not trouble, truffle. So ultimately, we're still just trying to get used to the name. I try to call him Truffle as often as I can. So he gets used to hearing his name, Truffy for short. I've been calling him Little Monkey and all kinds of other nicknames up until now. So I'm hoping Truffle sticks and he's happy with his name. And again, it hasn't gone over that great, but I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to explain how I picked the name. I went through a lot of other names. In my head, but none of them really worked out with short forms or as I said, his coloring changed and so on and so forth. So, Truffle it is, and help me welcome Truffle. I would love to know your favorite or most special pet names that you've chosen for your own pets, why you chose them, what their nicknames are, what the names might have morphed into. Please let me know. I'd really love to hear and read about them. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my thoughts about naming pets. And right after this, I'm going to add a few adorable, in my opinion, videos about some of my most favorite pets. Hope you enjoy it and hope to hear from you. Be well, be happy. Bye for now. So, just one more thing. Don't forget, when we're naming a pet, we're creating an energy imprint. Just like your own name has an energy imprint and reflects you. on many levels, on a very deeper level than we usually realize day to day. So whether it's Rascal or Rover or Mr. Magic or Sparkle or Serena, these names are creating an energetic imprint both upon your pet and upon the universe. So let's always keep that in mind. Choosing the right name for your pet will make your sweetheart more aligned and comfortable in the universe for sure. So, bye for now. I'm going to put a few minutes of happy pets playing and happy tales to everyone. Romeo. No, no, nobody. Hockey night in Canada. Good boy, Romeo. What, now you don't know up anymore? Come on, Romeo. Romeo, come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Let's do it for the camera. Come on. He must be tired being outside. Good boy. Hey, first bath.
Oh, yeah.
You better take... Oh, you want me to have it? Last one, Leslie. Last one. Okay, come on in now, Leslie. Go ahead. Let's go outside. Come on. Can you take it, Leslie? Okay. Mr. Mutzy? Oh, nope. Oh, you just wait, Messy. Mommy will get it for you. Are you waiting for the ball? Yeah? Is this your ball? Is this your ball? Yeah? I know, but he can't take that one outside. It's way too light. He's just gonna, that's gonna go bounce. Let's see. Bring it out of there, Muzzy. That's not a good room for you to be in. Good You go get it. You get it. Okay.